Day 65, read the Bible in a year. Numbers chapter 26 and 27. Chapter 26. After the plague, the Lord spoke to Moses and Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, saying, "Take a census of all the congregation of the children of Israel, from 20 years old and upward, by their fathers' houses, all who are able to go out to war in Israel." Moses and Eleazar, the priest, spoke with them in the plains of Moab, by the Jordan at Jericho, saying, "Take a census from 20 years old and upward, as the Lord commanded Moses and the children of Israel. These are those who came out of the land of Egypt. Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, the sons of Reuben, of Hanok, the family of the Hanokites, of Palu, the family of the Paluites, of Hezron, the family of the Hezronites, of Carmi, the family of the Carmites. These are the families of the Reubenites, and those who were counted of them were 43,730. The son of Palu, Eliab, the sons of Eliab, Nemuel, Dathan, and Abiram. These are that Dathan and Abiram who were called by the congregation, who rebelled against Moses and against Aaron in the company of Korah, when they rebelled against the Lord. And the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them up together with Korah, when that company died. At the time, the fire devoured 250 men, and they became a sign. The sons of Korah didn't die. The sons of Simeon, after their families, of Nemuel, the family of the Nemuelites, of Jamin, the family of the Jaminites, of Jachin, the family of the Jachinites, of Zerah, the family of the Zerahites, of Shaul, the family of the Shaulites. These are the families of the Simeonites, 22,200. The sons of Gad, after their families: Zephon, the family of the Zephonites, of Haggai, the family of the Haggites, of Shuni, the family of the Shunites, of Ozni, the family of the Oznites, of Eri, the family of the Erites, of Arod, the family of the Arodites, of Arieli, the family of the Arielites. These are the families of the sons of Gad, according to those who were counted of them, 40,500. The sons of Judah, and Onan. And Onan died in the land of Canaan. The sons of Judah, after their families, were of Shelah, the family of the Shilonites, of Perez, the family of the Perizzites, of Zerah, the family of the Zerahites. The sons of Perez were of Hezron, the family of the Hezronites, of Hamuel, the family of the Hamulites. These are the families of Judah, according to those who were counted of them, 76,500. The sons of Issachar, after their families, of Tola, the family of the Tolites, of Puva, the family of the Punites, of Jashub, the family of the Jashubites, of Shimron, the family of the Shimronites. These are the families of Issachar, according to those who were counted of them, 64,300. The sons of Zebulun, after their families, of Sered, the family of the Seredites, of Elon, the family of the Elonites, of Jalil, the family of the Jalilites. These are the families of the Zebulunites, according to those who were counted of them, 60,500. The sons of Joseph, after their families, Manasseh and Ephraim. The sons of Manasseh, of Machir, the family of the Machirites. And Machir became the father of Gilead the family of the Gileadites. These are the sons of Gilead, of Ezer, the family of the Ezerites, of Helek, the family of the Helekites, of Asriel, the family of the Asrielites, and Shechem, the family of the Shechemites. And Shemidai, the family of the Shemidites, and Hefer, the family of the Heferites. Zelophehad, the son of Hefer, had no sons, but daughters. And the names of the daughters of Zelophehad were Malal, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tisra. These are the families of Manasseh. Those who were counted of them were 52,700. These are the sons of Ephraim after their families. Shuthaleah, the family of the Shuthalehites. Becher, the family of the Beecherites. Tahan, the family of the Tahanites. These are the sons of Shuleath, of Iran, the family of the Iranites. These are the families of the sons of Ephraim. According to those who were counted, of them, 32,500. These are the sons of Joseph after the families. The sons of Benjamin after their families, of Bela, the family of the Belites, of Ashbel, the family of the Ashbelites, of Ariram, the family of the Aharimites, of Shephuham, the family of the Shephumanites, of Hupam, the family of the Hupanites. The sons of Bela were Ard and Naaman, the family of the Ardites, and of Naaman, the family of the Naamites. These are the sons of Benjamin after their families, and those who were counted of them were 45,600. These are the sons of Dan after their families. Of Shuham, the family of the Shuhamites. These are the families of Dan after their families. All the families of the Shuhamites, according to those who were counted of them, were 64,400. The sons of Asher after their families. Of Imnah, the family of the Imnites. Of Ishvi, the family of the Ishvites. Of Beriah, the family of the Berites. Of the sons of Beriah, of Heber, the family of the Heberites. Of Malchiel, the family of the Malchielites. The name of the daughter of Asher was Surah. These are the families of the sons of Asher, according to those who were counted of them, 53,400. The sons of Naphtali, after their families, of Jaziel, the family of the Jazielites, of Guni, the family of the Gunites, of Jezer, the family of the Jezerites, of Shillam, the family of the Shillamites. These are the families of Naphtali, according to their families, and those who were counted of them were 45,400. These are those who were counted of the children of Israel, 601,730. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "To these the land shall be divided for an inheritance, according to the number of names. To the more you shall give the more inheritance, and to the fewer you shall give the less inheritance. To everyone according to those who were counted of him shall his inheritance be given. The land shall be divided by lot. According to the names of the tribes of their fathers they shall inherit. According to the lot shall their inheritance be divided between the more and the fewer. These are those who were counted of the Levites, after their families, of Gershon, the family of the Gershonites, of Kohath, the family of the Kohathites, of Merari, the family of the Merarites. These are the families of Levi, the family of the Libnites, the family of the Hebronites, the family of the Malhites, the family of the Mushites, the family of the Korhites. Kohath became the father of Amram. The name of Amram's wife was Jochebed, the daughter of Levi, who was born to Levi in Egypt. She bore to Amram Aaron and Moses, and Miriam their sister. To Aaron were born Nadab and Abihu, Eleazar and Ithamar. Nadab and Abihu died when they offered strange fire before the Lord. Those who were counted of them were 23,000, every male from a month old and upward. For they were not counted among the children of Israel, because there was no inheritance given to them among the children of Israel. These are those who were counted by Moses and Eleazar, the priest, who counted the children of Israel in the plains of Moab by the Jordan at Jericho. But among these there was not a man of them who were counted by Moses and Aaron the priest, who counted the children of Israel in the wilderness of Sinai. For the Lord had said of them, "They shall surely die in the wilderness." There was not a man left of them, except Caleb, the son of Jephthuneh, and Joshua, son of Nun.
Numbers 27. Then the daughters of Zelophehad, the son of Hepher, the son of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, of the families of Manasseh, the son of Joseph, came near. These are the names of his daughters: Mahlah, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tirzah. They stood before Moses, before Eleazar the priest, and before the princes and all the congregation at the door of the tent of meeting, saying, Our father died in the wilderness. He was not among the company of those who gathered themselves together against the Lord in the company of Korah, but he died in his own sin. He had no sons. Why should the name of our father be taken away from among his family because he had no son? Give to us a possession among the brothers of our father. Moses brought their cause before the Lord. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, The daughters of Zelophehad speak right. You shall surely give them a possession of an inheritance among their father's brothers. You shall cause the inheritance of their father to pass to them. You shall speak to the children of Israel, saying, If a man dies and he has no son, then you shall cause his inheritance to pass to his daughter. If he has no daughter, then you shall give his inheritance to his brothers. If he has no brothers, then you shall give his inheritance to his father's brothers. If his father has no brothers, then you shall give his inheritance to his kinsman, who is next to him, of his family, and he shall possess it. This shall be a statute and an ordinance for the children of Israel, as the Lord commanded Moses. The Lord said to Moses, Go up into this mountain of Abarim and see the land which I have given to the children of Israel. When you have seen it, you also shall be gathered to your people, as Aaron your brother was gathered, because in the strife of the congregation you rebelled against my word in the wilderness of Zin, to honor me as holy at the waters before their eyes. These are the waters of Meribah of Kadesh in the wilderness of Zin. Moses spoke to the Lord, saying, Let the Lord, the God of the spirits of all flesh, appoint a man over the congregation, who may go out before them, and who may come in before them, and who may lead them out, and who may bring them in, that the congregation of the Lord may not be as sheep which have no shepherd. The Lord said to Moses, Take Joshua, the son of Nun, a man in whom is the Spirit, and lay your hand on him. Set him before Eleazar the priest, and before all the congregation, and commission him in their sight. You shall give authority to him, that all the congregation of the children of Israel may obey. He shall stand before Eleazar the priest, who shall inquire for him by the judgment of the Urim before the Lord. At his word they shall go out, and at his word they shall come in, both he and all the children of Israel with him, even all the congregation. Moses did as the Lord commanded him. He took Joshua and set him before Eleazar the priest, and before all the congregation. He laid his hands on him and commissioned him, as the Lord spoke by Moses.
It's sad but exciting. They're about to enter the promised land that God has promised since Abraham. You know, this great land flowing with milk and honey. And the sad thing is, the entire generation previous had died off, except for two men. The entire generation, because of disobedience to God. Imagine a people missing the prize of their faith because of disobedience.
Yeah, you see that there was a count. They were making sure, I guess, before going to the promised census, God was making sure that the people that he said weren't going to go were, in fact, dead, had passed away. And
Yeah.
although, God knows everything, so he would have known it, but the people themselves would have also known that too. And that Caleb is still alive. He was promised that he was going to go to the promised land.
Yeah.
And but I also noticed the 5 women, the 5 daughters, they didn't have someone to receive the inheritance from because they had no
Male.
male. And so God made a provision. He changed the law for the women to make sure that every single person was taken care of. He said, yeah, they're right. And what does this say? It says that we can bring things before God if we're thinking, hey, this isn't right. We can talk to God about it. And God is compassionate and He's just. He will always do what is right.
So true, so true. And we also see at the end of the chapter there, Moses is brought up on the mountain to look over this land, this amazing land that the people are about to receive. I wonder what he was thinking when God said, you will see the land, but you will not enter it because of your disobedience. I don't know, but I don't think Moses was that concerned with the land as the fact that he's had this relationship with God that's been so close. I think the goal of his faith was not to enter the land. The goal of his faith was to walk closely with God and be a friend with God. But I don't know what he would have been thinking at that point.
I mean, he definitely didn't argue with God. He just accepted it. It does say earlier on that he was the most humble human being on the face of the earth.
Yeah.
And so he knew that what he did, I mean, he was probably still mortified by his behavior because of the responsibility that God had given to him as a leader, and the fact that he disobeyed God publicly in front of the entire congregation, in front of all of the Israelites. It really put God to shame in how he behaved. And I'm sure that, well, God for sure never forgot it. He never forgot it. He just accepted his fate. He just said, this is the way it's going to be. And he was just wanting to make sure that there was somebody else that was going to take his place, that was going to take care of the people. So we see that he had really repented, but there were still consequences for what he had did because of the severity of it, because of the role that he had as a leader and the example that he needed to have before God and before the people.
And here we see that the mantle of leadership is passed to Joshua. You know, we've seen glimpses and pictures of Joshua throughout our readings the last couple months, but now he's about to take over the mantle of leadership. And the next book that we're going to read after Numbers is titled Joshua, so I'm excited to see what's going to happen with that.
Yeah, and we see the responsibility of leadership. I mean, what can we apply to our life today is that anybody who's leading people, a congregation, leading spiritually, they need to be a great example before God, because the seriousness of that is so much more than the people that they're leading. Everybody's responsible for their own sin. However, when you're leading, the integrity and the responsibility, the example is even greater, because it can either lead people towards God or it can lead people away from God.
So true. So true. Well, it's a good story.
Yeah.
See you again next time.